This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I have got Greta MacPherson with me from St. Francis de Sales Catholic School. What grade are you in?
I'm in grade 5.
You're in grade 5, and you were in the public speaking contest.
I was.
At school? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the contest at school. How did that go?
It went really well. First, I was sick, so I didn't get to present it to my class that I was supposed to. So I presented it with another member of my class that didn't get to present it the day before. And then the day after, I presented it to my school, which not everyone got to do because we didn't have enough time. And then everyone got to go to Legion, which was great.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. What's it feel like getting up in front of your school and talking?
Nervous, definitely.
Nervous? Yeah. What about the Legion? Were you nervous there too?
Definitely.
It's a little different when you probably don't know a lot of people at the Legion versus school. You'd look out and you see some people you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. So what did you choose your topic to be?
I chose Hamilton, the musical.
Okay. Now why did you pick that?
It's my favorite musical. It's just awesome.
Now you're in a play coming up too, in Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what part did you get?
I got Lily.
Oh, really? So that's the sort of thing you like, is theater and plays and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I was also in Matilda the musical with PCC last year.
Really? Wow. What part did you get there?
I was just chorus, but it's still really fun.
And you were in Shrek last year too, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah. What part did you get there?
I didn't get any part because last year I didn't know it was happening, so I didn't get to prep.
Oh, okay.
But this year I practiced so much.
Yes,
a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. At school work and practicing for a play and everything too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, especially Matilda, wasn't that in Perth?
Yeah, it was.
That was in Perth, so that's not
2 nights a week for like around 3 hours.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of work.
Definitely.
That's a lot of work, yes. And I know you got your report card this week too, right?
I did.
Yeah, how'd you do?
Pretty good.
Well, when you got a play under your belt too and you got lots of school work to do, I'm sure you did an awesome job. I'm going to put the floor over to you. I want to hear your speech.
Okay, amazing. Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away. John Lawrence Hamilton. Classmates, peers, family, teachers, and judges, I present to you my speech on Hamilton. When I say Hamilton, you probably think of the city, or say Lewis Hamilton, the race car driver, or the Blender brand. Maybe for some of you, you do think of Hamilton the musical, what I'm going to talk about today. But for the people who haven't seen Hamilton, you wouldn't think it would be a Broadway hit. With 11 Tony Awards, a Grammy, an Oliver, and a Pulitzer. A show that ran on Broadway for 6 years, or the second most watched musical ever. If you haven't seen Hamilton, you need to. Or if you have, you need to rewatch it. This is why. It is a famous and talented, mostly black cast. It tells a historical story in hip-hop, rap, R&B, pop, soul, and traditional type show tunes, and it's written and starred by my hero / idol / everything, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Originally, Hamilton was supposed to be an album. Then Lin performed one song in front of President Obama and the White House, and it was a hit. After that, he was inspired to make the musical we love today. 7 years later, on January 20th, 2015, it was debuted on Broadway, presenting the amazing 46 songs. The songs are very important for any musical. I mean, music is in the name. And Hamilton has a surplus of songs. Hamilton songs range from solos like Burn, chorus songs like Alexander Hamilton, rap songs like Guns and Ships, songs about legacies like Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story, fast songs like Satisfied, and duets like Farmers and Feuded. I could go on for hours, but I only have 5 minutes. The most popular song is Alexander Hamilton, which is the opening number, and it is a great one. But the songs would never be as good if it weren't for the cast. There's a total of 40 cast members in Hamilton. Most musicals have around 30 or so performing artists. Hamilton has 21. The main characters include Alexander Hamilton, played by Lin-Manuel Miranda, Aaron Burr, played by Leslie Odom Jr., King George III of England, played by one of my other idols, Jonathan Groff, who also stars in Glee, Eliza Schuyler, played by Philippa Sue, who also voices a character in the new Disney film Over the Moon, and Angelica Schuyler, played by Renee Elise Goldsberry, who plays Mimi in the new film version of Rent the Musical. There are so many great cast members, and they all do a fabulous job of connecting to the characters and telling the historical story. The story of Hamilton is about the life of the founding father of America, Alexander Hamilton, and the musical shows it in just 2 acts. facts. It also includes information about his life with Eliza, his career, also achievements, and his participation in the American Revolutionary War with the British. Lin-Manuel was inspired to make the historical album after reading Ron Cherow's biography on Alexander Hamilton when on vacation. Not all of the facts are right in Hamilton. Some of them were stretched out a bit to create some drama in the musical, but if you watch it, you'll still get a great sense of some American history. Hamilton has amazing songs, a great cast, and very interesting history and story. That's just the tip of the iceberg. So go home tonight and immerse yourself in the captivating and wonderful world of Hamilton. Thank you for your time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you like history?
I do.
You do like history, eh? Wow.
I do.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, where did you see Hamilton?
I saw it on Disney Plus first, and then last year I went to see it in Toronto.
Did you really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing when you can actually see it on Broadway, too. Eh? Do you think you'll ever be on Broadway?
Probably not.
Oh, you never know. You never know. What is it you want to be when you grow up?
A zoologist.
Oh, a zoologist. Wow. Wow. Now, what is a zoologist? What is all that?
They work with animals and study them
Really,
for
eh?
science, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Is that a doctor? You'd be a doctor, or?
I think so.
Wow, that's amazing. Good for you. Good for you. So you're already prepared and you know what courses you got to take and everything. Eh? Wow, good for you. Let's talk about Annie a little bit too.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Practices, how many times a week do you practice Annie?
Depends on the day. I am in 2 swing songs, which is ensemble, before I become Lily, so I have a bit more practices, but around twice a week. Next week I have an after-school practice to 5 for Easy Street with my...
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah.
That's a good song. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, is it different getting up and singing in front of people than talking?
It is.
Yeah? Which one do you like doing the best?
I like singing.
You like singing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you have to get up and sing alone in any of the...
I don't, but there's a song, Easy Street, which I just talked about. There's actually a reprise of that as well, where there's only 3 people singing on stage.
Yes,
So,
wow.
pretty close.
Wow. Good for you, good for you. Well, I think this is wonderful that you did so well with the Hamilton, and I've learned so much about it. I'm going to go home and watch it for sure.
Yeah,
for
definitely
sure. I've heard about
recommend
it. I've heard about it. So yeah, it's a great way to learn history.
Definitely.
I like when you watch something and you get entertained and you learn at the same time, and that's what this sounds like.
It does.
It does. Awesome. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home and I'm going to watch Hamilton on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us. You have to go back to school now?
I do.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, and thanks for coming over here, breaking away for a few minutes from class to
Thank
do
you.
this with us. So thanks for joining us. Greta MacPherson, our 2nd place winner for public speaking from St. Francis de Sales Catholic School. Thank you for joining us.